My favorite topic is the human side of lean. And this past Wednesday, I taught a class at Portland State University with 50 students from all around the world. Oh, many of them from China and Korea and Japan and Bangkok, many different places. And a lot of Americans, of course, in the class. They were all graduate students. And I asked them, how many of you know exactly what you want to do in your life to succeed? Raise your hand if you know. Ironically, not a single hand went up. Not one student knew what they wanted to do in life to succeed. Now, a few years ago, if you went to college and you got a graduate degree, you pretty much guaranteed a job. You know, the way it would work is you would look what the advertisements were and you'd select something you thought you would like in your discipline, in your area of study, and you would send a resume to the company and you had a good chance of getting a job. But now, since there has been a recession and we're still in the recession, it's very difficult to get a job today. You just can't send out a resume, and many students are finding it very difficult to just send out a resume to get a job. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think you have to really pick something. Pick something to become a craftsperson. Pick something to become an artisan. Pick something that you want to be the best in the world at. But how are you going to do it? Well, a year ago, 4 students asked to intern with me. And I agreed, never did this before, but I thought it would be fun. And what we did is every other Friday, we would sit together in my office, and a friend of mine, Shigehiro Nakamura, he was in Tokyo, and over Skype, it would be 8 o'clock Saturday morning for Mr. Nakamura, and for us, it was about 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And every other Friday, Mr. Nakamura was teaching us his map. This is his map. And this is dynamite. I know you really can't see it. Maybe I can get you a copy somehow. But this is dynamite. This map is a technology map, and it's broken into 38 categories, 38 classifications. Each classification represents that part of the manufacturing process, such as quality, such as automation, such as quick changeover, such as maintenance. And what we would do is Mr. Nakamura, every other week, would sit with us and explain one of these 38 boxes. Well, we came to the 7th block, box, and it said something like standard manpower, day-to-day management by objectives by Takashi Harada. And Mr. Nakamura even sent us a video showing Mr. Harada explaining what his technique was. I became fascinated with it. I became so excited with it. Here was a man who was teaching a concept of how everybody, literally everybody, could be successful in life. Well, I became so excited about this that I called Mr. Harada and spoke through a translator and said to him that I'm so excited about your work, I'd love to come to Japan and meet you. And he said, okay, and we picked a date, and about 2-3 weeks later, I got tickets, got on an airplane, and flew to Japan, flew to Tokyo to meet Mr. Harada. I met him, I told him how much I liked the idea of his work, and he agreed to write a new book and let me co-author the book with him. Well, I've been studying Mr. Harada's work this last year now, trying to learn as well as I can to try to teach people how to pick something in life that they could be successful at. I think that's what's really required today. You have to pick something that you can become the expert at. And then you got to put in the energy to be an expert. What did Mr. Harada do? He was a junior high school teacher in Osaka, and probably the most depressed school in the whole city. It was in the slums of Osaka, if there is such a thing in Japan. And most of the students had no self-worth, no feelings about have any kind of ability to get a good job in life. But Mr. Harada studied the great teachers of success in the world and put together to me, the most marvelous methodology to help people, almost anyone, succeed in life. Now, I'm not telling you what success means. That's your barometer. You decide what's successful for you. Now, just to tell you how this worked, Mr. Harada, 13 of his junior high school students in track and field became the best in Japan. That means they won the Olympics in Japan. They were number one in their age group, either in shot put or hop, skip, and jump, or the no matter what it was, in track and field, they became the best. Not only did his 13 students win, but he uplifted the whole school, because all of the students were now trying to achieve some measure of success in their life. The whole school was uplifted to such a degree that now this school in Osaka is one of the best, not one of the worst. An amazing transformation. Mr. Harada said also that he wants to uplift all of Japan. So after about 13 or 14, I think it was 14 years teaching at the school in Osaka, he opened up a consulting practice, and now he's teaching industry. And 40,000 people in Japan have been introduced and taught his method. He's also taught 2,400 teachers to teach his method in the school system in Japan. Now, I'll give you just a brief synopsis. One, you have to pick something to succeed in life. Now, I asked all these students, 50 of them, to pick what do you want to do? And they didn't know what they wanted to do. I'm going to continue these videos. I'm going to write a book with Mr. Harada, and my goal is to teach you. In fact, my main goal in life is to teach teachers how to teach students how to be successful in life. My goal is how to teach managers, how to teach employees how to be successful in life. You see, what we do in the lean community is we focus on the process. We focus on elimination of waste, reducing the timeline, but we spend very little energy on teaching people how to be successful in life. Both have to work together. Stay tuned. I hope to share this with you in the future. Thank you. Bye.